Hello and welcome back to another little video by me, FoxyNoTail, here in a test world, which we are on the Java version of Minecraft in 1.13, and I am doing another video about my custom data pack and custom advancements and this special moves functions that I've been working on. And this is it. There should be no more videos on this special moves data pack after this one. I'm pretty happy with everything I've done. I might make a tweak here or a tweak there, but right now I'm pretty happy that I've done. So we've now got 6 different characters altogether. I think this is going to be it. And let's have a look from start to finish how they all work. And we're going to start with the FoxyNoTail head. And if you haven't seen one of these videos already, basically what I've done with the new data pack feature in Minecraft 1.13 is I've added some custom advancements which allow you to get some custom heads which will then give you some special features within the game. So the FoxyNoTail head you get from killing a Vindicator. If we pop one down here like this and we use our diamond sword, we can see eventually when we chop in we'll get a quest complete and we should get some things that we've picked up. And in our inventory we've got a Foxy Head, we've got some emeralds, and we've got the Vindicator's axe as well. So we don't need any of the other stuff. Let's put that back. The only thing we're really interested in right now is the head, and we also want some armor, a little bit of TNT, and an armor stand, of course. So the idea with this one is the FoxyNoTail head, when you put it on an armor stand, will break bedrock in the Nether, allowing you to get through onto the roof of the Nether. And if you don't know why you might want to go through to the roof of the Nether, it's because you can build amazing farms above here. You can go right up here and you can build some awesome farms. And yeah, that's why a lot of people want to break the bedrock in here. So we've come up with a way to save you doing it. So let's go find a good spot for this and let's see if we can get this thing to work. So what we need to do is we need to pop the armor stand down underneath a piece of bedrock like that, so the top of the armor stand is touching there, and put the FoxyNoTail head on there. Then some arms will automatically grow and it'll say Hulk smash, give me TNT. Now if I give him some TNT now, we'll get a countdown which will go down to 0 and eventually it will break through the bedrock. But I'm not going to do that yet, because if we then put him some armor on as well, so if we put the head back on and put some armor on him, he will start to sparkle with a little bit of flames coming out of him. And now if we give him some TNT, it does exactly the same thing, and when it gets to 0 it will actually break a 5 wide hole in the floor. So you'll see it will break a 5 wide hole in the bedrock, just like that. So the netherrack doesn't go anywhere, you have to dig that out manually, but we get the bedrock cleared. If you do it without the armor on, it will only make a 3 wide hole like this, and yes, if you use the armor it will lose the armor. So don't use any good armor, and when it's done it will drop a Foxy's head and it will say smash used on it. So this one says Hulk smash, that one says smash used, so you can't do it again, it's single use. So again, if we put that down now and we put the smash used one on there, nothing's going to happen. It'll grow arms, but that's it won't do anything else. So that is the FoxyNoTail head. So let's move on to the next head. The next head is the Chuck head, and this is probably going to be most useful for people early on in the game. And what he will do is he's going to get rid of any bad mobs within a certain area. And the way you get the head is to get the advancement from fishing. Now, we don't have any water around here, we can't do any fishing, so let's pop a chicken down, let's catch that chicken and pull him back. And that counts because we've hooked something on our fishing rod, so we get a mending book for that and we get the Chuck head, which is awesome. So now, if we put the Chuck head down somewhere on an armor stand, so let's just go away from these guys a second, and let's come over here and we put that down there like that and pop the Chuck head on, it's going to say magic torch, monsters will die, and monsters is now spelled correctly. In the previous version I'd spelt it wrong, which wasn't ever so clever of me. So now that he's a magic torch, when he's naked like that, he's going to basically get rid of any nasty mobs that are anywhere near him, and he's going to teleport them way below the world and they're all going to die. It takes a couple of seconds for them to disappear, that's just for optimization purposes, but they do go. So if any spawn around him, they're going to disappear. If you put some clothes on him, starting with a diamond chest plate, the range will be extended. So the range, the more armor you put on him, the greater the range will extend. And if I just drop a load of creepers down like this, we'll be able to see that's how far the range is at the moment. If I put him some trousers on, that's going to increase that range slightly, which we should see any second. There we go. And if we put him some boots on, that's going to be absolute maximum range. And the other thing you can do, if we set it to night, like so, if we give him a torch to hold, he will actually give us night vision, like so. And the screen no longer flickers when we get night vision because the timer is above 10 seconds. Before I only gave it 10 seconds of night vision, now it's 30, so the screen doesn't flicker, which means it's going to be much better for actually using at night. So that is the Chuck mob head. Let's move on to the next one. And for the next one, it's handy that we've got that little chicken running around here somewhere. Where is he? Where's that little chicken? Where did he go? Where did he go? Oh, there he is. Right, if we chop this guy, we will get another quest complete and we get a big chicken head. And it says, watch out. So now what this does is this can be set up like this with the different upgrades. Naked, he will give you some raw chicken I think it's every 5 minutes or so. With a diamond chest plate, that decreases the time. With diamond chest plate and diamond leggings, that decreases the time even more. With full diamond armor, that decreases it to the most. And then if you give him a furnace as well, he will actually give you cooked chicken. So I'm not going to bother sticking this one together and doing everything, but I will just show you how it works. We pop the armor stand down, put the big chicken head off, and it will come up with free dinner, I'll feed you. And from that point on, he's going to start dropping a piece of raw chicken on the floor in front of him. And if you dress him up and give him a furnace, he's going to give you some cooked chicken. So that's how big chicken works. The next person on our list is Steve. It's the Steve head, and we get this by placing a pumpkin. So if we grab ourselves a pumpkin from here, a carved pumpkin that is, and place it on the ground, we will then get a Steve head, which is, yes, a carved pumpkin, but it's got the name Steve's head on it, and it says Chatterbox. So Steve has a couple of things it'll do. First of all, he will chat to you in the chat. If we open up our chat, we'll see occasionally it says, Steve whispers to you, big chicken is my hero. Yeah, he's got lots of different things he can say, which will just happen completely randomly every now and then, and he will also give you XP. If you put a bottle of enchanting in his hand, he will give you an XP boost whenever you're around him. Only a small amount every now and then, but yeah, again, you can level him up and that will happen more quickly. And there you can see we've got Steve whispers to you, mumble mumble mumble, and all of this stuff. So that's how the Steve head works. I'm not going to go into a great deal on that one. Again, we just pop an armor stand down, put the Steve's head on there, and we will get the titles on the screen that say Chatterbox, give me XP. And if we pop a bottle of XP in his hands, then he's going to start giving us XP and chatting to us. And the next mob head is the Polduck head. And if you don't know who Polduck is, he is an evil pirate who's actually a very nice pirate that appeared in my 100th episode on my original Java Survivor series about how I lost my tail. And he is very useful. He gives us lots and lots of treasure. As you can see in here, he gives us all sorts of different types of treasure, and depending on, again, how much you've upgraded and what he holds in his hand, you will get more treasure over time. Now, the way you get him is to open a map or look at a filled map. There we go. If we open a map like that, it will give us a little bit of treasure and it will give us a Polduck's head. And then if we could pop our Polduck's head down and we put the head on there, we are going to get the text that says, free treasure, what do you need? So again, we can dress him up in full diamond armor to give him the full upgrades, and if we give him an opened map in his hand, it has to be a filled map, not an empty map in his hand, he's going to give us the most amount of treasure very quickly. And we can get all sorts of things from there. We can get enchanted golden apples and name tags. The only thing he won't drop diamond, because I didn't want it to be too OP, but he will give you a little bit of lapis and some iron ingots, and it will give you, it is weighted what he will give you, so he's more likely to give you sort of things that don't cost a great deal than he is to give you things like emeralds and golden apples and things like that. And there's only a 1 in 100 chance that you can get an enchanted golden apple. So that's how Polduck works. Let's have a look at the last and the latest addition to this, which is the Jack head. Now, if you don't know about my series and my channel, Jack is my son. He has always played on here as the David Tennant version of Doctor Who, and he plays as a Time Lord. When we always recorded videos together before we started, he would always go and do the farming for me, and he would go and get all of the food in and grow the crops and things like that. So that is what he does. And what we have to do is we have to get a clock in our inventory, and that will give us a reward, and it will give us a Jack head. And if we put the armor stand down and put his head on there, it will come up with Farm Boy, quick grow for crops. So what Jack does is he will actually do effectively bone meal crops within an 8x8 radius of him. So if we pop him over there in the center of this farmland, that's 8 in that direction and 8 in that direction from him. We can then fill it with carrots. Then every few minutes, he's actually going to grow the carrots or potatoes or beetroot or whatever you've planted. He'll even work on melon stems and pumpkin stems. He will make them grow faster. Now, it's not ever so quick. It is still a very slow process. If you dress him up and you give him a diamond hoe, he will grow it a lot quicker, but it's still going to be a slow process. And if you don't know how long it takes for things to grow, in survival Java Minecraft, For carrots to fully grow or potatoes to fully grow, it normally takes, on average, on a well-watered farm like this, it will take somewhere between 37 minutes and about 60 minutes to fully grow the entire field. And when Jack's fully dressed with a diamond hoe, it will only take 10 minutes to fully grow an entire field. When he's got that diamond hoe, he's going to increase the growth stage of these plants by 3 at a time rather than just 1 at a time. Things will still grow as normal. It will take effect every few minutes, but it won't reach any further out than this. So it has to be within 8 blocks of him and within 1 block above and 1 block below. That's how it works. So it's fairly specific, the area you can do, but you can mix this up. You can put potatoes in here and beetroots in here and pumpkins and melons and all that sort of stuff. And as long as it's within this area where we've got this field, it will grow. But these extra bits on the outsides, they're not going to have any difference. He can't reach those. He can only reach the bits that are right near him within the square section. So that's it. That's the whole lot. That's what we've got. We've got Jack, we've got me, we've got Chuck, we've got Big Chicken, we've got Steve, and we've got Polduck, and they're all going to be really helpful for us in our survival game. Hopefully it's not going to be too OP, the things they give us. I have worked it out so it takes a long time for them to actually fill you with anything, just so we can't AFK for one night and be completely stocked up with all of the treasure we'll ever need and all of the chicken we'll ever need. It will take a while for it to gather up over time, but it's just for fun really, just to add a little bit of uniqueness to our survival world. And this is going to be all added in to the survival Java server that I'm going to be starting very soon. I expect to see a few more videos coming out over the next few weeks and days about the other things we're having, like custom recipes, custom advancements and all those good things, and we should be starting the server hopefully either just before or just after the beginning of November. So look forward to that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. If you haven't already, please do subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!